Hello, welcome to Drumchapel St Andrew's virtual church. I hope you're keeping well and I hope you're okay. And I hope that you're finding a way through this and finding things that can keep your spirits up through all the things that are going on right now. I am so missing just being with you all, but it is great to connect with you. And so thanks for checking in for today's service. Our theme for today is Believe It. And I hope as we share our service today, there will be a sense of connection for us and that, again, we will fill the distance between us with love. So welcome along to our virtual church service today. What I'd invite you to do is to click on the links for our songs as we go through the service. So on our Facebook page, I've put a list of all the links for our songs and videos, and on our YouTube channel in the comments section there are links to all the songs that we'll be sharing today, and I'd invite you to listen to the songs or else to sing along if you want to do that. So we're going to start with our first song, which is Any Dream Will Do. This would normally be the time when we do our sharing time in church, just remembering the different things that are going on in our lives. And today, I hope that you will still be able to have that sense that as a church family, that we are sharing the different things that we are doing in our own lives at this time. And so if it is your birthday around now, then a really happy birthday from us. Hope that you will have a really good time. Okay, what I've got today is a tiny cone. And if you have a look at that cone, it's just got a very slight flat bit on the top of the cone. And I'm putting it on top of my Alexa here because what I'm going to do is something really interesting. And I have a bird here. Okay, there's a bird. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to balance this bird right on the tip of the cone. Okay, so if I take the bird here and I put it there and balance it right on the tip of the cone, how amazing is that? Now, none of that is anything that I am doing. I'm not making that happen. The magic of this bird is in its balance. That what the bird has in itself balances it for sitting and spinning on the top of the cone without falling off. There's an echo of this bird with us. Because sometimes in life you look at something and you think, I could never do that. I could never come through this. I'm not good enough to do this. And what this bird reminds us is that in ourselves we have the power to do even the things that we find are hard, even the biggest challenges, we will find a way through. And that's what faith does. Faith helps us to recognize that power that we have in ourselves, that balance we have in our lives that enables us to do the most amazing things. It's not just about coming through things that are hard. It's about shining at those times. It's not just about doing things, but it's about sparkling and discovering we really can do amazing things. The bit that we're looking at in the Bible today, the people round about Jesus weren't sure what was happening next, what was coming ahead of them, and they were anxious about it. And what Jesus said was, you know the way. You already know in yourself that you will find the way through. And I guess that's the same message that Jesus gives us today. You know the way. Whatever it is in life that is coming up, that's ahead of you, that you're going through just now, you have the power in yourself to be able to come through it and to make it work for you. So even when things are hard, those things can help you discover something about yourself, and they can help you to discover that you are always bigger than anything you are ever living through. And so, with the bird balancing right on that cone, that amazing power is the power that we have. Let's do a prayer. God, thanks that we are amazing. Because sometimes things feel hard and it's difficult to know how we'll get through. And sometimes we're not sure that we are amazing. Help us to know that we are awesome, that we have the power in ourselves to do absolutely anything. Amen. We're going to listen to our next song, so I invite you to pause me and to click on the link for Fight Song. Now we're going to do a prayer. God, I recognise that sometimes I just have to be in the moment. I can't control my environment, my circumstances, but I can control how I respond to them. In this moment, I challenge my tendency to overthink, and I allow myself to let go of all the pressures and instead to focus on who I am, on the resources I have to come through whatever I'm facing, on the power I have to do amazing things, on the peace deep in the centre of my heart. Sometimes balancing life feels hard and leaves me anxious. In those times, I want to touch the bigger picture. Not to be passive, because peace is not inactivity, but to be in balance. I let my mind and my heart take me to a place where I can watch the sea. I feel the power and I feel the peacefulness. I have a sense of coming and going, of calm caress and of unlimited power. as I reach deep inside myself to the peace within me. I let its energy ripple beyond me, touching the lives of others. In this moment, I seek peace for those in my heart. In this moment, I seek peace for those for whom the journey is hard right now. In this moment, I seek peace for those who are doing what they can to make a difference. In this moment, I seek peace for those who are unwell. I ask for healing, for strength, for the love of those around them. In this moment, I seek peace for those with hard decisions to make. In this moment, I seek peace for myself. And just for a moment, I mute my thoughts. I mute all the calls on my life. Just for a moment. Amen. Our Bible reading is from the book of John at chapter 14 from verse 1 through 6. Don't be worried and upset, Jesus told them. Believe in God and believe also in me. There are many rooms in my Father's house, and I'm going to prepare a place for you. I wouldn't tell you this if it wasn't so. And after I go and prepare a place for you, I'll come back and take you to myself, so that you can be where I am. You know the way that leads to the place where I'm going. Thomas said to him, Lord, we don't know where you're going, so how can we know the way to get there? Jesus answered him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And our reading. Don't undermine your worth by comparing yourself with others. It's because we're different that each of us is special. Don't set your goals by what other people deem important. Only you know what is best for you. Don't take for granted the things closest to your heart. Cling to them as you would your life, for without them, life is meaningless. Don't let your life slip through your fingers by living in the past or for the future. By living your life one day at a time, you live all the days of your life. Don't give up when you still have something to give. Nothing is really over until the minute you stop trying. Don't be afraid to admit you're less than perfect. It is this fragile thread that binds us to each other. Don't be afraid to encounter risks. It is by taking chances that we learn how to be brave. Don't shut love out of your life by saying it's impossible to find time. The quickest way to find love is to give. The fastest way to lose love is to hold it too tightly. And the best way to keep love is to give it wings. Don't run through life so fast that you not only forget where you've been, but also where you're going. Don't forget that a person's greatest emotional need is to feel appreciated. Don't be afraid to learn. Knowledge is weightless, a treasure you can always carry easily. Don't use time or words carelessly. Neither can be retrieved. Life is not a race, but a journey to be savoured each step of the way. Our next song on the links is Be Thou My Vision. The bit we're looking at in the Bible today has often been used to justify an exclusiveness for Christianity. I don't think it's saying that at all. In fact, I think it's saying the opposite. I think it's saying that Jesus can play a significant part in our life journey. But Jesus' sense of journey is never narrow or exclusive. I don't believe that truth can be put in a box. Truth is not something you have. It's something you discover and have to keep on discovering. Andre Gide said, "Believe those who are seeking the truth. Doubt those who have found it." Today's story is about seeking the truth. Jesus is talking about many rooms. What's that image about? It sort of reminds me of the old joke about Jesus showing someone round heaven. And there are lots of different groups of people in different rooms. And they come to one room and Jesus goes, "Shh." That's whatever group. They think they're the only ones here. Not sure what it is about religion that makes people want to feel that they are the only ones with the truth. For me, faith is way bigger than that. Faith is made up of so many different aspects. My faith has elements of different beliefs, religions, life experience, wisdom from books, from quotes, from songs, from movies, a huge array of things. I value belonging to the Brahma Kumaris. It's part of who I am. And so, within my sense of being a Christian, is a whole load of beliefs that come together to make me who I am and to help me to find a way for my journey through life. For me, life is always about journey, and it's always about people. I think that's what Jesus is trying to say here. These different rooms are about different paths, but a shared journey. Rooms in a house may look different, feel different, be used for different purposes, but they are all part of the house. Jesus says, you know the way. Deep inside, I think we have that sense of faith and about how it works for us, not about how it works for anyone else. Faith is about way more than what you believe. I've just finished watching Normal People. It's a drama on BBC iPlayer. It is really powerful and deeply emotional. It follows the story of Marianne and Connell. It's about their connection and disconnection, about their communication and miscommunication. Two people who are deeply connected but who can't have the conversation with each other that they really need to have. Sometimes you need to let go of the things that are stopping you being authentically you. The things that are holding you back. A while back, my friend Joe had a sort of aviary of budgies. And when he was on holiday, he asked me if I would look after them. To feed them, you had to go right into the cage. There was a sort of airlock. You went in one door and then you had to close that and into the next door. And then you were right in the cage with all the budgies. One day I was feeding the budgies and it was a really windy day. And I went in the first door, and when I was inside, the wind blew the clasp shut and I couldn't get out. I was locked in the budgie's cage. And I'm thinking, I could be in here for days. What if the budgies get hungry and eat me? I have never been so glad of my phone. I phoned my friend Henry, and probably the most bizarre phone call he's ever had. I said, Henry, can you rescue me from the budgie's cage? Life journey isn't something you do on your own. Siri is Apple's virtual assistant. You can ask Siri anything. Do you know what the number one question to Siri is. It's, do you love me? I think that's really sad. What today's story is saying is you are loved. Trust your intuition. You already know where you're going. You already have a sense of what will work for you. A couple of years ago, I bought a new iPhone. It wasn't in stock, so the shop ordered it for me. They thought it would be about a week. When it came in, they sent a text to the phone that I had just ordered. Obviously, I never got it. After a couple of weeks, I phoned them and said, is my phone in yet? The guy says, due to data protection, I can't tell you that. Okay, so how am I going to find out? I am not sure that's what data protection is really meant to be about. Nor is it what faith is about. Faith isn't about secrets. It's about discovering what you have deep inside. The magic of faith is already in who you are. It's not about what some people have and others don't. Jesus said, you know the way. I'm going to ask you to pause me for a moment and to watch a video clip. It's from Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back. And it's where Yoda is trying to teach Luke about the Force and about the power he has in himself. So if you want to pause me and watch the video. You must unlearn what you have learned. Lose some of the unhelpful stuff that you have learned about religion, about life. Discover the energy that is in you, the energy that connects us to one another and to God, the energy that inspires you to do anything. Believe it. Roald Dahl said, and above all, watch with glittering eyes the whole world around you, because the greatest secrets are always hidden in the most unlikely places. Those who don't believe in magic will never find them. Let's do a prayer. God, in this moment, I open myself to truth. Not someone else's truth, my truth. In this moment, I discover truth, and I allow myself to keep on discovering truth. Jesus said, you know the way. In this moment, I believe it. Amen. going to invite you to spend just a few moments in reflection. The piece of music that I've chosen for that is called River Flows in You, and it's by Yuruma. And our next song is As the Deer Pants for the Water. Thanks so much for checking in today. It is just really special to connect with you. Thank you for spending this time in our service today, and thank you for just being part of our church family and of our church today. I hope that your week ahead will be a good one. Keep well, stay safe, and take care. Our last song is Search for the Hero Inside. And I've also, again, added the link for what we normally sing as our closing prayer. May God's blessing surround you today. Take care.